Hey guys, what's going on? This is David for Flix Talk Podcast, and now I'm back with a quick review because I just got done seeing The Meg, which is like the biggest thing ever to hit the theaters, and it actually surpassed my predictions and a lot of people's box office predictions. A lot of people were thinking it was going to hit 15 million, 20 million. No, it hit 45 million, around 45 million, and like over 100 million worldwide. So they're doing crazy numbers with this Meg, and I think it's mainly due to a lot of the promotion and the cast. Now, our main big action star of this movie is not unfamiliar to just crazy, wild action movies. He's been in movies like the Transporter, trilogy. He has Crank 1 and 2, which is just bizarre beyond belief. Go back and watch those films, guys, and you guys are going to know exactly why this guy chose this role, or why they chose this role for him. And I'm talking about Jason Statham. He's an amazing action star, I think, and I think he's great for movies like this, but he's totally typecasted. It's already beyond his time to kind of go back and just reestablish himself as something else, because he's already made that mold for himself, and it is what it is. I don't mind it. I know when I see a Jason Statham movie now, I'm just gonna lose myself in some wild, bonkers, crazy shit. Now, I'm not going to lie, like 3 or 4 times I wanted to walk out of this movie. It was so damn bad. I'm not going to say that this movie was good at all whatsoever, not even on a cringe level, because it took itself so seriously. And that's one thing I really didn't like about it. I thought Rainn Wilson would have added a little more comedic relief to the whole, plot of this movie. There's not really even a plot. It's just, I'm going to get into some spoilers because I just don't even care. This movie is just so absurd. And if you guys are really looking for a really obscure story, there's not much to it. I mean, you have a team that kind of goes out and they discover a whole ecosystem in below temperatures, and they find out that there are other creatures and organisms that live deep in those depths at that cool temperature. And at first, in the first maybe 20 minutes, it kind of pulled me in with that whole story that, because there is a lot of uncharted territory down below. And I mean, it's like 70% of the earth is covered in water, and there's so many creatures that we don't even know about. So this could have been something that could have been really, really cool. And this could have been something that was done a lot better than what it was. And I think it was really trying to just figure out if it wanted to be like a cringe movie, a cash grab, a serious movie. It didn't know what the hell it wanted to be, and that's why it kind of pulled me out. And I was on my phone half the time, and it was such a boring movie. And not to say that these characters at all were boring. I mean, with the writing material that they were given, Jason Statham just played Jason Statham as always. You have Ruby Rose, who I haven't seen too much of other than John Wick and Orange is the New Black. So she's actually probably more of the solid, serious characters in this film. You have Bing Bing Lee, who I haven't seen too much, but the films that she's in, like Resident Evil Retribution, are just terrible movies. So I think she's another one who really takes these cringeworthy movies and tries to just be really extremely serious and over the top. And she's trying to win an Oscar, obviously, or something. It's not going to happen. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but like I said, this movie doesn't know what the hell it wants to be. My favorite character was Rainn Wilson, like I said, from The Office. He plays someone who is funding this whole project of them kind of, diving deep, so to say, and explore what's going on in this unexplored habitat. And this is where they kind of find out that there are different creatures down there. And that's the coolest aspect of this movie. Now, when we kind of get to the whole fact of there is a megalodon, which they say, I believe, is like 70 to 80 feet long. We start getting into these cliche scenarios where exactly what's going to happen. People falling in water, people need to be rescued. They get rescued, and then, people falling back in water, and then it just keeps going on and on, like 3 times throughout the whole movie. It just gets really boring. They put a tracker on it, they put poison in it, they think they killed the megalodon. It's not even the right megalodon, it's another shark, and then that one gets eaten by the original megalodon, and it's so stupid. It's just really dumb, and I can't even say it with a straight face. It's so stupid. And I thought I was going to go in this kind of knowing what to expect. And I thought it was going to be like a Sharknado. And honestly, Sharknado films are more entertaining than this. Yes, I'm going to say that. I enjoy Sharknado more than the Meg. And that's pretty sad, especially when it has a huge budget, a pretty okay cast, I guess. You guys recognize their faces. You have Cliff Curtis, who you guys have seen in a couple movies, like he was in Training Day, Fear of the Walking Dead. So you got a kind of a notable cast. I mean, they've been in things, you know what I mean? So for them to kind of take the role of this movie and not just do a complete, like maybe satire of Jaws or whatever, I hated that they really took themselves seriously for this film, and that's why I got to give this a fat don't go watch. A fat... if I got to give it a number review, I might give it a 3 out of 10. I can't even believe I sat through this, and it was only an hour and 43 minutes, I believe, and that was overdrawn. I mean, in the first half an hour, I was just ready to walk out of there. And it was just a bad movie, guys. When I say bad, this is probably the worst movie of 2018. And I haven't even seen Slender Man yet. But I'm guessing that Slender Man has probably a lot more jump scares than this one. And it's probably going to be a little more entertaining. But who knows? I mean, that one's getting shit on as well. So that one could probably be the worst film of 2018. So this movie was totally predictable. I don't really recommend it to anybody. Even if you like shark films. It was what it was. It was like a high-budgeted sci-fi channel type movie, and that's all I'm going to say about it, guys. I really did not enjoy this movie at all. It had Paige Kennedy, who I actually really liked in the series Weeds. I follow that series, from beginning to the last season. He was such a funny character. He plays DJ in this movie, and he plays a stereotypical black guy. That's all I'm gonna say. And it's one of those things where it's like, come on, it's 2018. Make these characters have more substance than a list of stereotypes. Like, come on, let's get it together, guys. But anyways, that being said, I give this one a 3 out of 10, a 30%, which is a big fat F for me. And this was a terrible movie, and I know we're more than halfway through the year. We're in the middle of summer, and I don't even think this should have been a January release. This was so bad, guys. But if you want to see the Meg, hey, go watch it. I was not expecting anything really, but this actually was below my standards of what I expected, if that. So anyways, guys, if you had that same reaction like I did to this movie, please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subscribing if you aren't already. Like I said, it's a quick review. I didn't want to get too detailed with it. And if it contains spoilers, I don't even care. I mean, I'll put that in the, description or whatever. But it's not anything that I'm recommending to any of one of my friends or fans or anything. People that like to watch movies, because I don't think this is a good movie. Go back and watch the classics like Jaws or even The Shallows. There's so many other good shark movies. And like I said, if I'm saying Sharknado is better than this film, that's saying a lot, guys. So I'll just leave it at that. All right, guys, thank you for watching this whole video. Make sure you guys check out my other videos. I'm going to put the link to my last video right here so you guys can check that one out. And also make sure you guys are subscribing to my channel like I said, and hit that bell notification to stay updated with all my content, because I drop videos daily or every other day. And I just like to have fun with this channel, and I love interacting with you guys. Keep my comment section flooded, guys. Even if I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, we're creating a dialogue. All right, guys, that being said, this is David for Flix Talk signing out, saying thanks for watching.